right, let's have some fun. Let's get in our Sports Grill Miami Dolphins Insiders Report, of course, with the one and only ALAiN POUPART. He is always kind enough to join us here on the program. Let's bring him aboard. He is live in Chicago, dodging lightning. Are you still dodging the lightning?
No, we're actually inside, and I'm going to apologize in advance if a couple of times I have to ask you to repeat because it's very loud out here. We're actually inside the Walter Payton Center. The teams are warming up now, and we're looking to maybe restart practice after a delay now of running about an hour.
I got to tell you, I met him personally only one time, and I was at the Homestead Motor Speedway. And remember, at the end of Walter's career, he got into auto racing. So I'm down there at the Homestead Motor Speedway, and Walter's there with his race team. And that, to me, that next to Marino, that's my favorite player of all time, dude. Walter Payton, man. I love that guy.
No, I'm a great player, and by all accounts, I never met him, but by all accounts, a great human being on top of everything.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah. The WPC, they call it.
Yeah, good dude, man. A legend. All right, so the good news is Gesicki's going to be on the field, right?
Yeah, he's out here.
Okay.
And even better news, Jalen Phillips is out here as well.
All right.
First time practicing in about a week or so. But the encouraging sign was at the end of practice on Sunday when the players were doing wind sprints. Phillips joined them, which was like sort of an indication right there that he was like on the verge of being back, and he's out here today.
All right, I love that. You know, some people have made a big stink about Eichenberg being at left guard, and, you know, you're a patient football fan, and I tell people sometimes to stop overreacting about that because so many years and so many players over the history of the NFL, especially on the O-line, young guys sometimes start at different positions, and then they're moved to their natural position. Plus, I was explaining to Dolphin fans that I bet the coaching staff is saying, well, we've got a lefty quarterback and his blind side's the right side. That's a lot of pressure to put a youngster also there. Let's put Jesse Davis, a seasoned veteran, to be able to handle the pressures of protecting Tua's blind side and not have to just learn the game and also protect, you know, Tua. That's a lot for Eichenberg. So I kind of understand this move in the logical part of it.
Well, two important points to make here is number one is Eichenberg played left tackle at Notre Dame, and he has said that the transition to the right side has been maybe a little bit tougher than he might have anticipated. So that's one thing, number one. Number two, the point you make absolutely makes a lot of sense. And the other thing I would add is let's not forget that Laramie Tunsil, after a brilliant career as a left tackle at Ole Miss, came to the Dolphins and played guard his rookie season before they switched him outside, where he became one of the best in the league, allowing the Dolphins to get that incredible return when they traded him to Houston.
Right, exactly. So that's why, there's too much, like in crypto, there's a lot of FUD and people panic. And it seems like we have that in sports media, that people want to just throw some FUD out there because it creates that controversy and the clicks. You know what I mean? To create, desperation.
No, and the biggest issue is going to be let's not worry so much about where he's lining up. The fact that the Dolphins gave up a 2022 third-round pick to move up 8 spots in the second round this year to get him pretty much tells you he should be starting right away. I mean, that should be the bar. Let's not worry so much about where he starts, but the fact that he indeed does start and he plays well, whether it's at right tackle or at left guard.
No Parker, no Fuller, and no Albert Wilson, right? Three big names missing here for this scrimmage. On the 3 receivers that are missing.
Correct. All 3 are out. Fuller, not a big surprise. The dude hasn't practiced since early in the first practice of training camp. As far as Parker is concerned, he's been on and off. You're going against a different team where the tempo ramps up. Not a shocker. And then Wilson missed the last practice, walked onto the field with a compression sleeve on his leg. So not necessarily a big surprise. The other one who's not there of significance is Hunter Long, the rookie tight end from Boston College, who sustained what looked like a fairly significant injury, carted off the field. Brian Flores told us this morning he's day-to-day, but here's the thing. Flores already has told us that everybody's going to be day-to-day. Will Fuller's been day to day for 2 weeks now. So I think, let's just say, to me, I think it's going to be more like week to week for Hunter Long than day to day. But that's the stance that Flores has taken. Let's just say he's not out here. He's not playing Saturday.
Now, you and I didn't sleep at a Holiday Inn last night, or maybe you did, actually. You are on the road. Maybe you did sleep at a Holiday Inn. But from our experiences, what I pick up from this is if he doesn't need surgery, then that tells me that it's either a hyperextension or a bone bruise or something like that, which you're right. It's probably going to take a couple of weeks.
No, correct, and that's the hope. And no, as a matter of fact, now that you mention him, I see him on the field. Not in pads, but he's got shorts. He's got his jersey on, which I would take as an incredibly encouraging sign.
Yeah.
Given what we saw at practice on Sunday when the card coming out, the fact that he's even out here making the trip. Yeah, that's really, really, really good news that it's not going to be long term. I'm certainly not going to speculate as to how long. Like I said, he's certainly not going to practice this week or play in the preseason opener, but just his mere presence on the field here today tells me that, yeah, that's really, really encouraging news.
Well, we have what they call the Greek freak, and he came back from a hyperextension knee. Well, maybe we have the BC freak, and he can come back from a hyperextension knee. How big is these practices for Tua now in the next couple of days?
Well, it's all part of the whole process of improvement and taking that step forward that everybody wants to see in 2021. And going against another team in joint practices, which is a whole other level, as we've spoken before, than a regular practice. That's significant, and we are going to see, it's a lot bigger measure, and now I'm told I have to wear a mask because we're inside, so I don't know how this is going to work.
Oh, that's fine. And listen, they're already starting to practice. Go do your work, bro. I appreciate you checking in. If anything breaks, give us a ring, and we'll put you up, all right?
Sounds like a plan. You got it, Big O.
You got it, baby. You be good. There you go. The great ALAiN POUPART. Yes, sir. With our Sports Grill Miami Dolphins Insiders Report. The practice hasn't happened yet, so there really isn't a lot to get from him.